Welcome into the Sharp Sports YouTube podcast. My name is Andrew Sharp. We'll be talking everything Denver sports and beyond. Please like and subscribe if you are a sports fan like me. Let's do this.
Welcome into the Sharp Sports YouTube podcast. My name is Andrew Sharp. The Denver Broncos are in London currently practicing, getting ready, getting set for their game against the New York Jets in London on Sunday. Preliminary reports from the Broncos is that they are basically staying in a very small town with, quite honestly, nothing to really do other than work on football, hang out, and be ready for Sunday. I feel a little bad for some of the young players who this may be their first time traveling outside of the United States, and their experience in London is going to be limited, to say the least, from what Sean Payton has said in terms of sightseeing, but they're basically treating this as a business trip, as they should. Broncos should be ready to take on the 0-5 winless New York Jets, who are the only winless team currently in the NFL. But the Broncos have their own things to worry about, including, unfortunately, their first kind of semi-major injury of the season. In Ben Powers is hurt with a biceps injury. Ben Powers has played every game at guard since Sean Payton arrived. He's been an extremely durable piece to the offensive line, and definitely going to miss him a bit. It's a little unclear as to whether Alex Pacheski or Matt Pert will be playing most of the game on Sunday, but regardless, they're going to be without Ben Powers for at least a majority of the season, and maybe back at some point in December with a torn bicep. It's unfortunate, but these are what happens when you play more football games. Guys are going to get hurt. However, for the Broncos, they get a little bit of injury luck on the other side of the ball, and defensive lineman Malcolm Roach, former New Orleans Saints lineman who's been in Denver a couple of years, missed the Broncos' first 5 games, has been designated to return from IR. Just another key piece depth for the defensive line for the Broncos, and I think that the Broncos' defensive players need a little more love here coming up right now. Well, after signing his contract extension earlier this year, Nick Bonitto has been nothing short of a revelation this season. Currently, he's only the 10th highest paid pass rusher in the NFL, but he was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. He currently leads the NFL in sacks, and quite frankly, he's already outperforming his contract so far, given his production. He's been unbelievable. He's been, honestly, he's been as good or better than he has ever been before the extension. Clearly, getting paid for him did not change who he was. He leads the NFL in sacks right now with 7, and pressures with 31. He's currently on pace this year to finish with 24 sacks, which would break the current NFL record of 24 held by Michael Strahan and TJ Watt. We'll see if he gets there. It's a little easier to break some of these records now with 17 games, but his 7 sacks are the second most through 5 games in Broncos history, only behind Mr. Elvis Dumervil way back in 2009, and he became the 4th Bronco in franchise history since Von Miller to record multiple sacks in 3 straight games. So Nick Bonitto is playing unbelievable. I'm very happy that he's getting more national recognition as an unbelievable defensive player, and certainly winning the AFC Defensive Player of the Week is a fine acknowledgement for a fine player. Certainly looking at the matchup for the Denver Broncos coming up this weekend, they are heavily favored, as they should be, against the 0-5 New York Jets. However, this is the NFL. These are NFL players. with an NFL coach. If the Broncos play to their standard, they should have no problem. But these are pro football players, and at 0-5, I guarantee you the New York Jets would love nothing more than to come back to the United States 1-5 with a victory over the Broncos. So Broncos need to, just play your game. Play your game, play smart football, be disciplined, be ready to go, and you should be fine. This is the New York Jets, a team that every year their fans think is going to be their year. It is not. The Jets currently have the points against. They have 31st out of 32. So even in the category and the side of the ball, which their head coach, Aaron Glenn, is supposed to be a guru at, he is a defensive head coach, they are awful on defense. So I expect Bo Nix to have a very good game. I would be surprised if J.K. Dobbins doesn't have a very good game. And the Broncos really should take care of business overseas, treat it like a business trip. And I really don't see how the Justin Fields and the New York Jets really move the ball or do much of anything against this Broncos defense. So I'm going to say that the New York Jets are going to have a rough day on offense. I could easily see the Broncos having a pick six or strip sack fumble, some sort of defensive touchdown. I think it's very, very likely for the Broncos in this matchup. And I'm going to put the Broncos basically winning a game that's, quite frankly, maybe competitive at halftime. But after that, Broncos eventually should take over and win, we'll say 24-10, which I realize is a very big spread. But I think the Broncos are in the right direction. I don't think there's a letdown after the Philadelphia win. And I think the Broncos are, frankly, just the better roster, the better team, and the better quarterback. Anyways, my name is Andrew Sharp, Sharp Sports YouTube podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back on Monday to talk about the Bronco game. Hope you join me. Thanks for tuning in.